Welcome, I'm filming a Meizu M6T, and today I'll show you how to go through the setup of the phone. And to get started, once you boot it up, all you need to do is select your language. So I'm going to scroll down, and it looks like English is already selected, but if you want to use any kind of other language, just simply tap on it like this, and then choose continue. Now on the next page you can choose your region, assuming it is not selected correctly by default. I'm going to select continue here. And then we have user agreement. So obviously you will need to agree to this. If you want to know what you're agreeing to, you can tap right here, view the full protocol, and then you can read it. As you can see, it is quite long. So just tap I agree. And here we have the option to connect to our network. Now, if you don't have any network that you can connect to, for instance, you might not be home, then don't worry, you can simply tap on next and later on set it up throughout the through the settings instead of through the setup here. Now also, if you choose to skip it, I believe you do need to set up time and date manually, and you also won't have the option to log into your Google account, so just keep that in mind. So let's tap on next just to skip this, and then we have Google services. So we have things like how apps find location, improve location accuracy, and then send user and diagnostic data. I know these did change names now, so nowadays it's basically location and then tracking. So location right here will basically use GPS tracking for apps that will require it. As an example, Google Maps is one of them. So then Google Maps can give you an accurate route to your destination if you're using maps as a GPS navigation. Now it's also being used by apps like, for instance, Xiaomi Smart Home apps, which basically have a zero business in your location. But for some reason, things like the thermometer, for some odd reason, will need your location. Not sure why, but it is kind of scummy. Data gathering is apparently king here, so just keep that in mind. Now here we have improved location accuracy. Now this basically allows the phone to look for signals around it, and things like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and stuff like that. And then send user and diagnostic data. Seems a little bit self-explanatory. Basically gathers data on how you use the device and then sends it to Google. Again, data gathering is king. Now if you don't want any of those, you can actually deselect them and then go down and accept to go to the next page. Now here we have more benefits and privileges. So obviously you can log into the Realme, whatever they have here, or Meizu. I think it's called the FlyMe something, but basically I don't really care for it, so I'm gonna select skip, which appears after a couple of seconds. As you've seen, there was a countdown in the beginning, and then again pops up, are you sure you want to do it? Yep. Now we have the option to enroll our fingerprint. So if you wanted to, you could add your fingerprint, start scanning your finger on the sensor, and just add some protection. Now you will also be required to add some kind of screen lock, so that'd be a PIN, pattern, or password, because you cannot have just a fingerprint. If something happens to your finger and your phone can't read it, then you lose access to that phone. So that's why you do have to set up some kind of other way of unlocking it. But I'm gonna skip it anyway. And then we have congrats, the settings is complete. So we have also join user experience programs. No, I don't want to, so I'm just gonna deselect it and then get started, which should give me access to my home screen. And there we go. So that is how you can go through the setup of this phone. And if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.